Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I just got done washing the truck today and I thought I'd go ahead and make a video of how I do it. I know that there's a lot of guys out there, they don't like to touch their trucks while they wash it. They just foam cannon it, pressure wash it. I guess that works good if you don't really have a lot of road grime. I drive this a lot, so I do get a lot of road grime. The only way to get it off, as far as my experience goes, is to touch it. I do try to avoid scratching the clear coat as much as I can. All right, so let me show you the products I use and the process. All right, so the first thing I do is I pressure wash the entire truck. Not too close. You don't want water getting in places where they shouldn't be. For example, in these fender flares, if you pressure wash too close, you will get water in there. And eventually it will cause corrosion. So I keep a safe distance as I pressure wash the first time just to get all the dirt, most of the grime out. Pressure wash underneath the wheel wells, the wheels, the roof of the truck, the entire truck, the running boards. Make sure I get all the sand off. Once I'm done, I foam cannon the entire truck. Make sure you're parking like in a shady area or there's not too much sun. You don't want the soap to dry out. So make sure this morning the sun was that way, so I was able to get the shade from the tree. So I foam cannoned the truck, let it sit for about 3 minutes or so. After it was done soaking for about 3 minutes, I pressure washed it again from a safe distance. The soap I like to use, I tried it one time, never went back to another brand. I stayed with Adam's Polishes. It's not too expensive. This gallon cost me probably about 10 bucks. It's a pH neutral. It's pH neutral right there, so it won't spot while you're washing. That's a good thing. You can use it at a foam cannon. This is what I use for the foam cannon. There is the instructions. And so after I finish spraying down the car with the pressure washer, after I had foam cannon it, I pour about 2 ounces of Adams in here, fill it up about halfway. This is a 5-gallon bucket. Now this is what I use to try to protect the clear coat as much as I can. I use 4 of these mitts, and I'll explain to you now in a bit. I also use this brush. I use it only for the windshield, the back glass, and for the passenger windows. Saves time. I also do it on the top of the truck. The top of the truck is not even visible, and it's also hard to reach just because it sits tall. So I get a little step ladder and I just brush the top of the truck, the back, the windows, the side, and the front. That's the only thing I use this brush for. Once I have the bucket already with soap halfway full, like I said before, I use 4 mitts. Toss them in there, make sure they're soaked. Now, why 4 mitts? Instead of dipping and washing and dipping and washing, and I mean, I've had buckets with the drainage at the bottom that supposedly collects the dirt. That never works. So I just use this, and the way I wash it, I do not swirl. I do not do circular motion. That's how you get the swirls. The way I wash it is I get it wet from the bucket. I go front along the side of the truck, then I go down and then back. Front, then back, like that. And this helps me out, in my opinion, a lot. It prevents a lot of the scratches to the clear coat. I'm pretty sure, eventually you'll get some scratches here and there, but it's way better than having swirl marks that you can clearly see in the sun. So that's what I do. Once I'm done with one side, only up to here. I don't do the bottom part, only up to here. Then I set this aside. Get a new one. I do the entire hood. Same process. Front, side, back side. Front, side, back side. Front, side, back side. That way I don't go over the same areas. I use the brush for the grill area, and it helps a lot with the bugs. And if it does scratch a little bit, the clear coat, you can barely see. It's a grill. So once I'm done with the front, remember the top of the roof is already washed with the brush. Oh, I also washed the tonneau cover with the brush. So I get rid of this one and I get another one out of the bucket. When I get that other one out of the bucket, same process here. Front, down, back, down, front, down, back, down. Same way. When I'm done with this one, set it aside and get the last one, the last fresh one out of the bucket. Same process. If you want to even use more mitts, go for it. You can actually use one for the doors and then a separate one for the bed. I pretty much get a lot of the dirt off, so I'm comfortable with just using one mitt for each side. So same process, front, down, back, down, front, down, back. This is all to avoid the swirl marks. I know everybody has their own way of washing their truck, and I respect it. I'm not saying this is the best way to wash it. I'm just saying it's the way that I wash it. During the washing phase, once I've already washed the entire car with soap, then I get one more rag for the bottom portions of the car. The running boards, all this bottom portion, because it's where most of the dirt collects. So I do all of that, all the bottom portion, the bottom front bumper, the bottom right side, the bottom left side, the bottom back bumper. I do that all last. For the tires, I pretty much just use any degreaser for the tires. I wet it first, spray it, brush it around the tires. Then for the wheel itself, I actually use one of the mitts that I already used to wash the car. I use it for the wheels. I don't get too picky about the wheels. I use a basic brush for the tires between the spokes. This is what I use. Very basic. You get it in any auto parts. Once I'm done washing it, pressure wash, all the soap off. Make sure there's no soap stuck in any crevices. Again, from a safe distance, you don't want to force water in where it shouldn't be. Once I'm done rinsing the car, then I come and I do not dry it by hand. I dry it with a leaf blower. I start at the top, force all the water down, then go to the sides, the hood, the front, the back, and that's how I get most of the water. Not all of it, but most of the water out. I use actually a battery-powered leaf blower. When I have most of the water dried out with the leaf blower, I finish up with this, with Adams Polishes Spray Wax. Now, I don't get paid by them. I don't get sponsored by them, obviously. I just use their product because I think it's a very quality product. And then I use a thick microfiber towel. So what I do is I actually spray the surface of the car. So I do one surface at a time. I do the door first. Let's say the right passenger door. I do that side first. Then the process that I use for this, I do not swirl. I use the same process as washing. Front, down, back, down, front. Same process. Then once I'm done with one side, I flip it, use another side, just so that I don't contaminate the other areas if there is any dirt behind. I do this around the entire car. What I really like about the spray wax is that you can use it on anything from paint, glass, chrome, fiberglass, plastic, aluminum. It leaves a really streak-free shine. This is the back of the truck. This is after I applied it. I don't know about you guys, but that looks pretty much like a mirror to me. And it serves as a protectant as well, so I'm really happy with this product. Then I go to the Aerospace Protectant 303. The way that I use this, very little spray on a microfiber rag. A little bit goes a long way. If you spray too much, you're gonna leave kind of a thick residue. I use this for the plastic parts, for the rubber parts. For example, I use it for the tow mirrors. On this side, I went a little bit overboard with the spray. That's why you see that it's extremely shiny. So what that spray does is protects the plastic from graying out, from cracking, especially here in South Florida. Like I said, with the sun, it gets really intense. So you can use that for those plastic parts, for these plastic portions of the bed liner, the rubber on the tonneau cover, things like that. I'm not really big on tire gloss. I just feel like they create a huge mess when you get on the road. It sprays all over the car. But if you guys do have recommendations or any experiences with any specific one, I'd be happy to hear it. So yeah, so just let me know in the comments. I'll check it out. Alright guys, so that's pretty much how I watch my truck. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment, any suggestions, any tips. Again, for those of you who don't touch your truck to wash it, I respect that. I'm just showing you guys how I personally wash my truck, and I've had great results from it. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing. I have more content coming up. I just ordered a Gen Y hitch, should be coming soon, so I'll be doing an unboxing about that. So go ahead and consider subscribing, and please hit the like button, and I'll see you on the next one.